Yale-China Fellowship?
My name is Richard Skolnik. I was a teaching fellow at the Chinese University of Hong Kong from 1972 to 1974. I came to Yale, in fact, partly because the Yale-China program was here, and I came to Yale hoping that I would somehow be picked to be a Yale-China Fellow. And Yale-China represented at that time a remarkably wonderful opportunity to go away for long enough that I could be transformed for the better, and I could then be much better prepared both for graduate studies and for work and development. And I not only have no regrets, it was certainly among the most wonderful, important experiences of my life, and would have been even if I hadn't found a wife in the process. The world is really different from what it was when I went away, but this is an even more globalized world than it was then. And I think it's really imperative that students, if they want to take a place in the world of the future, have an increasingly good perspective of how the world looks from a variety of points of view. Three is, China is an important country. This is a big, large, important country with a unique and important, a unique culture. And it's certainly my experience that exposure to that culture can further help one to grow, to mature, to see how one's own life looks from another point of view. And Yale-China, in addition, offers a structured opportunity. This isn't going to work for an NGO operated by your cousin's auntie, which can be very valuable, but often winds up with the auntie just feeding you. This is a historic program, it's a well-structured program, it's a well-organized program, and I think in all of these regards, it offers an almost unique opportunity for the kind of transformative experience that I would want every Yale student to undertake. As I mentioned earlier, is that students who engage in these experiences grow faster, more broadly, and more deeply than students who don't. One becomes more self-aware and gets a better sense of who you are, what your strengths are, what your talents are, what your weaknesses are, and where you may want to go in the future. One becomes more mature as one confronts a variety of cross-cultural enablers and disablers that one wouldn't normally, to which one would not normally be exposed. One grows intellectually by gaining additional perspective and seeing the world through the eyes of other people in a way you really can't do by reading books. You can only do this by living with people, immersing yourselves in culture, learning different languages, being able to see how the world is expressed in languages other than your own. If one desires to mature in a fun, enlightening, and inspirational way, and in a manner that better prepares one for self-satisfaction, for life, for employment, or for further study, I just still can't think, all these years later, of a better way for doing that than by participating in the Yale-China program.